everyone, this is Shadrach. Hey everyone, this is Shadrach here. Now, before anyone says anything, I'm not, showing off my wealth or anything. I'm just an average, working man who works for a living when I'm not making ASMR content or hanging out with my friends or anything like that. But I want to make this video right here to show off my Joss Paper collection, my ever-growing Joss Paper collection, or Ancestor Paper Money. And the reason for this is not only to show you what I've got so far, but also to inform the viewers of this video, of this ASMR content. I'm not sure if it's going to be a short or not. Yeah, there's clicking sounds and tapping and what have you. But it's to actually show, an easy prop that you can obtain. And the reason I like Joss Paper the best is that it has the same consistency of actual money, and you don't have to worry about using real money. You can just obtain some Ancestor Paper Money from Amazon or Joss Paper and use it in your videos. It makes a great prop. It's very good. And I would advise any and all who watch this video to obtain some Joss Paper for their video content, because like I said before, it makes a great prop, the great size, and it's so close to the real thing that it's, amazing. I mean, look at this right here. You can even tell this is fake because it's like $1,000. I mean, hey, if this was real, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's pretty good. And those of you who live in European countries that use euros, I mean, you can see here that these look like authentic euros, and if you're from the UK, you can see these are pounds, or sterling pounds. These over here, for anyone asking, is Hong Kong dollars. And up here you have Joss Paper featuring the Jade Emperor. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Joss Paper, or the reasoning behind Joss Paper, is that in Asian cultures, they believe that their ancestors would need money to spend in the afterlife. So what they would do is they would burn money. Yes, you actually burn money in Asian cultures for your ancestors. I mean, it's like they're just got money to burn. Interestingly enough, another name for Joss Paper or Ancestor Paper Money is Hell Notes. Which leads me to conclude, not only is hell allegedly a place of eternal torment, but also a place of high inflation rates. I mean, check out this little hell note right here. I mean, look at that. I mean, you just gotta know that the bank of hell is probably so intense when it comes to, inflation rates. And speaking of inflation rates, let me get over my drink real quick so I can tell you this little story, little historical anecdote. In Weimar, Germany, the inflation rates were so high that bankers, cashiers, and anyone who had anything to do with money, like an accountant, for example, they suffered zero stroke. And the problem is that in the Weimar Republic, the inflation rate was so high that every second that just as you were standing in line to purchase basic household goods or anything in the way of products or anything would go up so constantly that something that would cost say maybe $300 while waiting in line would be maybe $500 in line. Now, I know Germany at the time didn't use dollars, but that's just to give you an understanding of what was going on. Anyways, Zero Stroke, all these cashiers and bankers and bookkeepers and accountants had to do all these calculations in their head to keep up with the constant growing inflation rates. And it was horrible, because these people, would start developing like Zero Stroke, where the calculations were ongoing and ongoing, that it got to a point where people started saying, yeah, I'm over 500,000 years old, or saying something that they have over 900 children or something like that. That's just how disastrous it was back then. Zero Stroke is an interesting phenomenon. You may want to check that out. I'll even have some links below. But back on the topic of this video, like I said, Joss paper is a good prop, and I started collecting Joss paper because a number of my friends and I would go to these metaphysical shops. Now, I don't believe in the magic of the rocks, by the way. I put my faith in Jesus. I know it's, interestingly enough, that people would ask, why would a Christian go to such a place like that? Is that I think the rocks are very pretty, and interesting books, books on fairies and elves and stuff like that, because I like writing fantasy, horror, sci-fi, stuff like that, and that's the only place I can find such books on the topics. But anyways, I came across Joss paper when someone said, hey, I was wondering, well, why you have this money under the counter? What is it? They said, oh, that's Joss paper. It's Ancestor Paper Money. And when I started making ASMR content, I basically, started, thinking about good props, and the idea of paper money came up, and that's basically, in fact, if we zoom in right here, I don't know if you can still see it or not. It looks grainy on this. But you can see, like I said before, how it looks like the real thing. And it looks very interesting. Of course, this right here is the euros, and this right here is the Hong Kong dollars, and this right here is the sterling pounds. If you can get a close-up of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, I know it looks grainy, but you can see Her Majesty right there. And these right here are the Jade Emperor, the Jade Emperor, and so forth and so on. So if you're really looking for an interesting prop, yeah, I know my dad's mowing the grass outside, in case you're wondering. Believe it or not, oh wait, that's not my dad mowing the grass, that's actually, air conditioning. It's pretty amazing, There we go. But like I said, Joss paper is perhaps the best prop available, and you can easily get a set of all four of these. You can get a set of Joss paper for as low as like $5 on Amazon, and there's some that there's some that actually have, larger kits and what have you. Again, I don't believe in, Joss paper. I am a Christian, in case anyone's wondering. I'm not real good at it, per se, but, I just collect Joss paper as prop money. That's all it is to me. It's just paper money. It's not even real. But anyways, if you're really interested, in obtaining some good prop money for your videos or your content, and you don't know where to go, check out, the Joss paper, and it should, provide you with what you need in the way of a decent, suitable prop for your video content. Anyways, this is Shadrach signing off, and have a good night's sleep.